Welcome back to Your Darts, where we learn to do dart checkouts in our head. Today I want to show you how to quickly work out Shanghai numbers and also how to use them. So dart Shanghai. What is dart Shanghai? So the Shanghai in darts, and you may hear a commentator say Shanghai, that means it's a single, a treble and a double of any number from 1 to 20. Let's take the most famous Shanghai that we know, and that's 120, and that's the Shanghai of 20s. Okay, so if you got 120, it's a big 3 dart out, but really it's probably one of the easiest ones, only because treble 20, we're creating that treble 20 groove. So hopefully if we're warmed up and we're feeling good, maybe we can hit it, because in our first 2 darts all you need to do is hit the treble 20, and it's a single 20. So as long as it doesn't matter what order you get that in, of course, as long as you hit one of each, and then the double 20, and that's 120, and that's the Shanghai of 20s. Now, of course, as I've said, it's the Shanghai of any number if you hit a single. So for instance 4, not that I would ever use it, but the single 4, a treble 4 and a double 4 is the Shanghai of 4s. Okay, and that runs all the way from 1 to 20. Now, how to quickly work out a Shanghai number, and I love this. I heard Bobby George once say, you double the treble, and that's exactly what you do. That's my best Bobby George, by the way. You double the treble. Let's take this treble 20 segment that we know 120 is a Shanghai of 20s. The treble 20 is 60. You double that treble, so you double the 60, 120, and that's exactly what Shanghai is. Now, if you want to know the Shanghai of any number, let's pick 10, for instance. The Shanghai of 10. Now, of course, you need to know your treble values, and then this becomes really easy. The treble 10 is 30, so the Shanghai of 10 is 60. You just double in your treble. Double 30 is 60. So it's really easy, right? You can choose anything. The Shanghai of 2. No, again, you don't use these really. I'll show you how to use it in a moment. But if treble 2 is 6, double 6 is 12, right? So the Shanghai of 2 is 12. Without having to add anything up, you just double your treble. So how do you actually use this in your game? Now, to be fair, it's good to know this. It's good knowledge, right? Good dart knowledge, but you don't really use it on a few finishes. Obviously, you're going to use it on your 20s. We've just covered that, 120. You probably use it on your 18s. We'll go through that in a minute, and your 19s. Okay, so let's just show you what that is. So if you had a finish like 108, okay, so if it's double your treble, you can also half the number you've got. So for instance, sticking to this 120, you just half 120 is 60. So we know treble 20 is 60, so that would be your Shanghai. You go for your 20s. So if you had 108, you just half 108, and that's 54, and 54 is treble 18. Okay, so if you had 108, you can do the Shanghai. You don't have to go. So if you had 108, now my formula, if you've seen my videos, to know you're throwing at treble, for instance, you can go for treble 20 for 108. You would put 40 onto 8. Okay, you put 40 onto this last 2 digits, if you see my videos, and it reveals what you need to be your last 2 darts, 48. And you can absolutely do that. But if you like 18s, and this is my point, I think you'll choose the Shanghais to where you're strong with your treble and double. So 108 is a Shanghai of 18s. It's a single 18. It's a treble, so a treble 18, a single 18, and a double 18, and that's your Shanghai of 18s. Now your Shanghai, I think you'll see this on TV a few times. If somebody has 114, just half that. So half of 100 is 50, half of 14 is 7, so 57, and that's treble 19. Okay, so if you had 114, you can straight away go for treble 19, a single 19. You're aiming for this area, and all you got to do is hit have your first 2 darts 1 treble, and hopefully of course you hit your single, and then it leaves you your double 19. Okay, and that's so 114 is the Shanghai of 19s. Why? Because we've just doubled treble 19. Treble 19 is 57. Double that is 114. Now I'm not sure you'd use Shanghai's much more than the 20s, the 18s, and the 19s. But say you were someone who always hit 17s, and treble 17 is 51. Okay, so double that is 102. So you had 102, and you're really absolutely brilliant on these 17s. You're probably going to go, and you got 3 darts, of course. You're going to go for single 17, hopefully hitting treble 17 for your double 17. Okay, 102. Now I think this only works if you've got really a 3-digit number rather than a 2-digit number, so you can get that with your 2-dart finish that I've been teaching. For instance, treble 14 is 42, so double that is 84. If you've got 84, you're not going to throw for a treble 14, a single 14 and a double 14. If you've got 84, you're going to go for treble 20, double 12, right? Hitting the big 20 would leave 64. Okay, so you're going to walk it down, but you know, so Dart Shanghai is good, okay, but only to a point. And I think what you need to know is obviously treble 20 is 120, treble 18's 108, and treble 19's 114. Those are the ones you're going to where it could possibly become really useful for you. Okay, so go away and practice that. So in your spare time, if you want to actually play a game and you want to learn your Shanghais, it's quite fun to do this. So you will start at 1, working your way all the way around to 20, but you're going to start at 1 and say, for instance, the aim of this is to hit a single 1, a treble 1 and a double 1, and that would be Shanghai. Now whatever you hit, so for instance I hit treble 1, this is how you would score it. I would score 3. My opponent, he hits treble 1 and a single 1, he scores 4. Then we go down to number 2. Okay, I hit a single 2, I get 2 points. He hits a treble 2 and another 2, he gets 8 points. How dare he? We go to 3. I hit a single 3, I get 3 points. He hits a single 3, he hits 3 points, and so forth and so on. 3, 4, all the way around to 20. And say he's on like 36 points and I'm on, I don't know, 16 points. I've been playing terrible. What's new? But all I need to do on any of these numbers all the way around to 20 is get a Shanghai. So for instance, he's winning. He's on loads of points. And I get around to 19s. And I hit a single 19, a treble 19, and a double 19. That's 114. Okay, just double treble 19, which is 57, 114. Well, that's Shanghai, and I win the game. And he starts moaning because he's got more points, but I actually get the Shanghai, so I win. And he has to deal with the fallout. But that's quite a fun game, and that's a good way to practice your Shanghais, and you may pick up a few things that works well for you, especially if you get all the way around. Now what I also like to do, especially if we get to the 20 and no one's won, there's an additional one. Now it's not officially Shanghai, but I also like to include at the very end a double, an inner ring, so a 25, and a bullseye. And if you can hit them, and I've done that a couple of times, or a few times, if you hit your double, your 25 and your bullseye, yeah, it feels fantastic. It's like, yes, I can play this game, and you know, it's quite hard, but it's a lot of fun. So that's what I do. I add that to my game of Shanghai. But anyway, by all means, have a go at this if you've not played it. It's really good practice because you're grouping your darts around one segment at a time, and it's only going to make you a better player. So I hope you enjoyed that, a bit of knowledge on the Shanghais. Coming next time, we're going to be doing more formulas to work out, to check out in darts. Going to be covering more board management, working out which is the best treble to actually start your checkout routine on. And I'm going to do the top 5 finishers, fancy finishers that I enjoy to go for. Thanks so much for watching. Take care for now.